A Voice for Justice, Gloria Ray. Gloria Ray's story is one of courage and conviction. As one of the Little Rock Nine, she faced incredible challenges, but she never lost sight of her goal. Her story is one of courage and conviction. Born on August 8, 1942 in Little Rock, Arkansas, Gloria grew up in a world where segregation and racism were deeply ingrained. Her parents, Willie and Virginia Ray, instilled in her a strong sense of self-worth and a desire to challenge the status quo. In 1957, she was part of the Little Rock Nine that integrated Little Rock Central High School. Despite the hostility and violence they faced, Gloria and the Little Rock Nine persevered. Gloria became a symbol of courage and determination as she continued to attend school despite the odds against her. After graduating from high school, she attended the Illinois Institute of Technology, where she earned a degree in chemistry. She later earned a master's degree in chemistry from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. Gloria has received numerous awards for her courage and activism, including the Congressional Gold Medal in 1999. Her story is a testament to the power of courage and conviction. Her legacy continues to inspire us today, reminding us that even in the face of overwhelming obstacles, we can achieve greatness with perseverance and hard work. So thank you for taking a walk with me and looking at Gloria Ray's story, and thank you to Gloria for her work in the civil rights movement.
It was no life. You didn't meet, in the school we didn't meet each other. The other nine, the rest of the nine, I saw a couple of us at lunch. And the rest of the time you were all by yourself, going to your different classes. I didn't share one class with another black person. People were afraid to talk to me. I showed you this letter. At one point I was kind of looking for that kind of contact, but to protect the ones who were nice to me in the classroom, I wrote this note asking, should I say good morning to you or hello when I see you or not? And when you get an answer back that please don't, I don't want to put my family in jeopardy from the White Citizens Council, then out of friendship you don't say hello or show signs of greeting or not. You just walk as a dead man walking, so to speak, through the corridor to the first class or to the next class or to your locker. I developed some habits from that 1 year of going to Central High School that have stayed with me the rest of my life in terms of walking down corridors. I walk down a corridor and I see projectiles or the absence of projectiles. I don't see the faces that are approaching me or the faces that people are making at me as they're approaching. And sometimes I don't even hear what's being said. It's just like a robot. I know I have to get from this point to that point. And you try to do it as quickly as possible without reacting to what happens. If you get hit by something, if something is sprayed on you or spit on you, or you just try to go through it, get to your destination, goal-oriented, if you like, and do not give the perpetrators the satisfaction of responding or reacting to it. So that gives you kind of a dead face. It's like, as I said, Walking Dead in a way. There's nobody that you can smile at because it's dangerous for them. And the rest you really don't want to look at. So.
Unshakable Resolve, Jefferson Thomas's journey. Jefferson Thomas' story is one of unshakable resolve and determination. As one of the Little Rock Nine, he faced incredible challenges, but he never wavered in his commitment to his education and his community. Born in September 1942 in Little Rock, Arkansas, Jefferson grew up in a world where segregation and racism were deeply ingrained. His parents, James and Opal Thomas, instilled in him a strong sense of self-worth and desire to challenge the status quo. In 1957, Jefferson volunteered to integrate Little Rock Central High School along with 8 other African American students. The group known as the Little Rock Nine faced intense opposition from the community, including the governor of Arkansas, Orville Faubus. Despite the hostility and violence they faced, Jefferson and the Little Rock Nine persevered. Jefferson became a symbol of courage and determination as he continued to attend school despite the odds against him. His experiences during this time were marked by intense racism and hostility. He was subjected to physical and emotional abuse, but he never gave up. He used these experiences to fuel his determination to succeed. After graduating from high school, Jefferson attended California State University, Los Angeles, where he earned a degree in business administration. He later earned a master's degree in management from the University of California, Irvine. He has received numerous awards for his courage and activism, including the Congressional Gold Medal in 1999. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of perseverance and determination in the face of adversity. I hope you enjoyed this little walk down this life of Jefferson Thomas, and I found an interview with him, and I hope you enjoyed this interview. Have a good day, guys.
A couple of students got up and walked out. Then it was quiet. And before the end of that period, someone came in motion to the teacher to come over to the door. They said something in her ear and gave her a piece of paper. And she came back in and came to me and said, Jefferson, you are wanted in the principal's office, and here's your hall pass. And so I said, okay. And I said, now the principal's office, that's where we first came in. Said, yes. I said, okay, I can find it. And this was, during class period, so
Sure.
the hallways were empty. I was glad of that I had them to myself.
Sure.
And I was walking down the hall, and I was thinking, I wonder if one of those kids that left said I did something to him. Why are they calling me to the principal's office? I was going down there thinking that someone had told a lie on me because I hadn't done anything to anybody. And now I'm being called to the principal's office. See, at Dunbar, that was a bad thing if you
Yeah.
were called to the principal's office. So I hesitantly, walked down to the principal's office trying to think of how I was going to get out of this predicament that I really was not responsible for and didn't know anything about. So I went on in, and they told me to have a seat on the bench over there. And I looked, and Terrence Roberts was on the bench. So I went over and sat next to him and asked him, what trouble did he get into? He said, I don't know. I don't think it's anything we've done. It must be something that they are doing, or maybe there's some more papers or form or something we have to fill out. And a few of the girls, people started drifting in, on the 9 of us, and we were sitting there, and the door was open. Ernest came in and left the door open, I think. And the police chief and someone from the mob were in the hallway discussing. The mob was getting furious. They were breaking through police line. They said 2 or 3 of the policemen had pulled their badges and guns off, said they weren't going to stay there and,
Yeah.
fight their neighbors and other white people just for let these black folks in the school here. And so it was pretty rough. The man said, they're ready to break through the police lines and we're going to come in here and get them. He said, and somebody, more than the black students might be hurt if this mob is running through the hall looking for them. So he said, I got away. He said, just let us have them. And the police chief said, well, no, you must realize my job is to protect them and keep them safe. I can't do that. So the guy said, meanwhile, they getting us up. And as we were leaving out the door, I heard the man say, well, just give us one of them to lynch. And see, that way, I'll have something to show to the mob that'll calm them down. then you could take the other 8 out while we lynching this one, and you can be a hero for saving 8. No, it's a win-win situation to do that. So the police chief said, yeah, that's a good process there. That makes sense. Now, how do we determine which one turn over to you? And that was the last thing I heard. By then, we were too far down the hallway to hear what was going on. How do we determine which one to hand over? So I didn't know, what was going to happen. They were going to come back and grab one of us, or what was a horrible thing. They took us down to the shuffleboard room. They had 2 station wagons there. They put us in one station wagon. There were 4 of us there, lying on the floor. Don't move, don't say anything. Regardless of what you hear going on outside, they said we're going to try to get you through the mob. And all I heard was try. We're going to try to get you through the mob. So I wasn't too pleased with that word he put in. And then the students, they put some in the other one. And I'm thinking, okay, there are 4 of us here. There are 4 in the other station wagon. Who got left behind? I wonder who got left behind. Who, and how did they determine that person? And we went through the mob. They were shouting and everything, and I heard the driver roll down his window and tell them, no, they still inside the school there. And so they left us and started toward the school, and I guess they got the doors closed before they could get in through them. And we slowly went across the lawn there and out to the streets and home to safety.
A Leader in the Making, the Terrence Roberts story. Terrence Roberts' story is one of leadership and determination. As one of the Little Rock Nine, he faced incredible challenges, but he never lost sight of his goal to achieve a quality education and to fight for justice and equality. He was born on December 15, 1941 in Little Rock, Arkansas, and he grew up in a world of segregation and racism, just like his fellow peers. His parents, William and Margaret Roberts, instilled in him a strong sense of self-worth and a desire to challenge the status quo. In 1957, Terrence volunteered to integrate Little Rock Central High School along with 8 other African American students, the Little Rock Nine. Despite hostility and violence, they all persevered. His experiences during this time were marked by intense racism and hostility. After graduating from high school, Terrence attended California State University, Los Angeles, where he earned a degree in sociology. He later earned a master's degree in social work from the University of California, Los Angeles. Terrence has received numerous awards for his courage and activism, including the Congressional Gold Medal in 1999. Terrence Roberts' story is a testament to the power of leadership and determination. His legacy continues to inspire us today, reminding us that even in the face of overwhelming obstacles, we can achieve greatness with perseverance and hard work. So thank you for taking a walk through the life of Terrence Roberts, and thank you, Terrence, for your work in the Civil Rights Movement.
Well, it was quickly apparent that we were not a welcome bunch. We were assigned to classes, we were assigned to homerooms based on our class standing, sophomore, junior, senior, and then within those categories we were divided up alphabetically. So because our names were all different, the 5 of us who were juniors were in separate classes. And then there's 3 sophomores, the same thing, and then Ernie by himself as a senior. I walked into class. Every class I walked into that day, a contingent of students got up and left. I can't remember how many, but it's a sizable number. Basically, and they gave me the benefit of their best thinking about me and people like me, and gave me all sorts of advice, travel advice included. And they said, we're not coming back as long as you're here. And I can recall thinking at the time, this is very odd, because this is an opportunity to educate oneself. Why would you throw that away? But they left, and they were true to their word. As far as I can tell, they never came back. Teachers were afraid. I could see the fear. We were all afraid. Many of them offered minimal gestures of acceptance, smile here and there, but they were very cautious too, because the word was out. You could tell the word was out. If you are friendly to those kids, we will do things to you. You're on our list. My English teacher, and I can't remember her name, but it would be easy to find in the records. She was so terribly unwelcoming. She said to me one day, "Why do you want to come to our school? Why don't you go back to your own school?" Which, again, I thought odd, because this is an educator. How can you say that sort of a thing? I didn't know what to say to her, so I didn't say anything. There were a few teachers who actually went out of their way, in spite of the social pressure, to be helpful. My algebra teacher, again, I can't remember her name, but a woman who said to the class when I first walked in, there will be no nonsense in this class. We're here to learn algebra. And that was so nice, because it meant I could relax in her class.